good, Chinese motherfuckers, they be fucking too.
This is the other morning show. I'm TruePowerIsMine. This is just the audio edition. We're both busy this Friday. We really can't do nothing, but I literally juked Dimebag to come over. I said I needed help, something. He showed up, and now we're just gonna do the show for 15 minutes or so, and then we're gonna carry on. Sorry, bro, about juking you, man.
It's all good.
But what we were talking about.
Don't say juke. That just sounds a little weird. Just say you fabricated a story.
Yeah, I fabricated a story to comply your appearance. Because for whatever reason lately, brother man has been avoiding the town of the fucking ain't no state secret. DeSoto. But what we were talking about, man, I had to get this shit on tape. Seriously.
So what we was talking about was, are people prepared for 4 to 5 billion people to completely, literally die off? Because that's what's going to happen, folks. For who all that don't know, the United States of America has no money.
Yep.
They're broke.
$21 trillion, bro.
It's what they telling us. It's probably more in the hundreds of trillions. They only telling us 20 trillion because it don't seem that so bad compared to $100 trillion. But folks, you need to start preparing. They already last year started fucking with the Section 8 housing and the food stamps and the little welfare stuff. That's going to be all gone. Bam, bam, choo, choo.
And you're going to start paying more in your taxes, whether you have kids or not.
Because the people that put this said thing together, they don't know what to do. And
yes, they do.
This ain't nothing.
It's burnt earth.
This ain't something that's just in the United States. This is globally. This is something that's going globally.
But it's what we're talking about is not the death throes by no means of white supremacy, but a lot of their methods and apparatuses have been identified. So now, therefore, the propaganda don't work. No. Once we know there's a man behind the curtain. See, if we was always Dorothy and the damn dog, and we never understood shit. Oh yeah, everyone says wizards are powerful. We believe them. As long as we believe that garbage, and that's called propaganda, then we will always act accordingly. But what did that scarecrow do when he rode up in that motherfucker? He said, oh, hell no. He beat feet on there. Open that motherfucker. Look at this fraud. All right? We got to understand, guys and gals. And that's all. I leave it at 2 gender. I'm not a 3 gender person.
Those trainees.
They're still guys or they're still gals.
Yeah.
I know that's unpopular. I know that's hardly unpopular. But you know what?
Right.
I'm like Rick James. I say embrace your freak. Don't try to change society to fucking make your shit look fucking correct. Be like, hey, this shit is what it is, and it can be correct. But, and y'all don't even have to change. Just add this to whatever. And so that's how I'm going to play it.
And it's cool, young buck, if you like trainees and shit like that, man. You ain't got to fucking hide that shit dirty.
And, it's also cool if these motherfuckers chill out. Yeah. It's also cool if they chill out and stop with the, we're going to have, the guys pissing girls and girls pissing, the whole confusion. I don't know. Right. You know what? Until I started talking to Judge Joe about that shit. Man, I didn't realize how serious and deep that shit was.
Yeah, there's some shit.
But
the
training, the gays, the white population decline. That's
it's
why
population control.
But that's why black folks are being gunned down at a higher rate.
Yep.
Because you actually have white boys out here thinking they're going to genetic annihilation, and when I get you up against a wall like that, you do what? You get scared in a motherfucker.
And a lot of people think that Trump was the reason Trump was elected because he was talking all race. This ain't even really about race. These white people and these white dudes, they scared. They ain't making babies. They losing their jobs. Middle-aged white men blowing their fucking head off.
Right. Because they don't want to go to prison.
Millennials, and millennial white males and fucking Gen Xer white males, they're fucking ODing on meth.
Well, here's a tearjerker.
And opioids and all that other shit. Like, all this stuff is coming into fruition.
But the thing about it is,
they're scared.
There it is.
They are literally scared. They can't.
But
make,
why do you think they're scared? Honestly,
because they are afraid that people of color, especially descendants of slaves, if getting in a position of power, will do the same thing to them that they did to
but
us.
now let's break this down economically. A descendant slave finally got some money, all right, and they scared. Like I'm paraphrasing for people who are on lower levels, so y'all can understand. He's saying they scared as soon as you get money, you won't do business with them. You'll be smart enough to start doing the business amongst yourself and get power, and maybe one day even military influence, and then really oppress. All right, but in reality, what happens, brother? You get brothers money. The next thing you know, fucking Gucci got their money. Next thing you know, Nike got their money. Next thing you know, McDonald's got their money. Next thing you know, some slum ass motherfucking realtor getting them hooked up with whack ass properties got their money.
And see, that's the problem. That's a lot of the problems with a lot of black people that get a hold to some money. They worried about getting money from the white man for their individual purposes instead of getting it for a collective.
But you know the reason why collectivism, dirty, has been beat out of us. Even us come together to do the show, right?
Right.
We're not supposed to do this, dog. You're supposed to fucking do your thing. I'm supposed to do my thing. And as long as it's feeding the main thing that's feeding us, giving us a little couple of dollars, then we're supposed to be straight. But I'm with you. Fuck that shit. You know, we gotta bang in together, man.
People don't understand. This is how we're gonna survive.
For real.
You know, it's 2 million more black women. I'm not even counting about the white women or the Asian women. I'm just talking about black women alone. It's over 2 million more black women than they are black men. So for those people that don't like to, those women that don't like to do interracial dating and shit, they got to start thinking about, one black man, 2 families.
Oh, stop it.
No, I'm serious.
Polygamy. Sounded a little
one black man,
Mormonish.
2 families. Because if you don't, you will be on that endangered species list.
Yeah, or maybe they have to have some babies. So
I'm just throwing that out there. I think that's something that a lot of people need to start really thinking. When I say one black man, 2 families, I'm talking about being the provider and the protector of those 2 families. But, hold on, I'm not done.
All right.
But these women are going to have to suck it up and learn how to cooperate. Because we have seen the communities. People know all across the world how you have betrayed black men and still have not got nowhere.
Well,
so I'm just saying, for those that want to survive and want their DNA to move on, them are the people that's going to be willing to do what they got to do so their offspring can survive. The rest of you motherfuckers, I'm just gonna say it, you're gonna die because you're not prepared. You're not prepared. You're not prepared.
Do you think that's what the people really need to hear? Or?
And them will be the ones that won't be no longer heard, and that's just how it is.
I mean, that's kind of a rough indictment, man.
When it comes down to survival, all rules and exceptions are out the window.
That's why white supremacy is so dangerous. All right, we were talking about some things prior to, obviously, the taping here, but when you're up against the wall and you truly believe, even us, we're literally up against the wall, man.
We've been at the wall. I was up against the
wall. Born, being
right.
conceived. You know what I'm saying? Because you were coming off a person that was up against the wall. All right, but when we take that into reality, and then that's when you like, holy shit, dude, I really have been a prisoner of war. And you can say what you will. You can be like, oh no, bootstrap, some Jesse Lee Peterson type bullshit. But, in reality, you're a fucking prisoner of war. And white folks are too. The poor ones, I have never really met a true white supremacist. I met white race soldiers.
And bigots.
and haters. But a true racist.
You gotta have money and power to be a racist.
To be around them.
Yeah.
And no. The reason
some
why
white guy in a pickup truck driving by saying nigger don't affect me.
Only if you allow it to.
Yep.
Only if you, but you better understand that dude. Once what happens will happen. What we talking about as far as the fall of society. That motherfucker. The next time you see him, he ain't riding by saying nigger. He's
You know it.
pop 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 pop. That's what he's doing. All right. So listen. If you're in the urban area, I recommend you get you go and get a it's a miniature bow. All right. It's a compound bow. You can get broadhead arrow tips. You can put it in your bug out bag. And we'll be talking more about that in the next few days because it's highly... Look, the government of Sweden, they respect their people and they sent them a training manual. Well, I'm talking to the cat from Sweden and he just sent me that in email form.
Even Angela Merkel told the German public, y'all need to make sure y'all have at a minimum of 10 days worth of food stored up because shit can go down any fucking day. People, if you got a fistful of cash right now, count each bill and multiply that by 4, and that's going to tell you how much you actually really got. Those dollar bills in your pocket only worth 4 cents.
Check this out. Going back to Merkel. We got to understand. Merkel, a lot of people talk shit about Prime Minister Merkel. All right, Chancellor Merkel.
I think it's Chancellor.
She is, because she's German. She is like the last of the European nations that isn't straight up alt-right.
Right.
That isn't straight up, let's get these immigrants. That's why there's such an immigration push right now. So that they will almost have to do another Nazi-style move to get these people out.
Because the browning of Europe and America is inevitable. It's going to happen.
Hold on, but everyone talks about the browning, but no one talks about the whitening of the native peoples around the world. Why do you think you see Africans running around there with blonde hair, blue eyes? Oh, that shit wasn't in their DNA. That shit was the colonizer. He was fucking them bitches.
Right.
And we've talked about it on this fucking show. Motherfucking those look, I'm going for the army of the Lord, the Lord. Those motherfuckers hitting boats and planes, hitting the continent of Africa, fucking everything they can grab up. And then when they come back home, then they hit the old Father, I need to confess my sin. Of course you did, because this motherfucker's just as dirty as you.
He ain't confessing no sins. That motherfucker gonna go home and put his dick in his wife's mouth.
Oh, and that goes down like that. Listen, we gotta understand.
Because Jesus said so.
What other groups do you know hitting up? Do you really see? I mean, when we deal with Islam, yes, do they send missionaries or whatever? Probably not to the extent that the Baptists or the Mormons or the Catholics but the Catholics, they like those Asian boys and the boys down there in South America. That's where you're going to find a lot of Catholic activity. The Mormons, they go straight to the motherland. Baptists, straight to the motherland. A lot of non-denominational, even a lot of so-called peace movement. And then Bill Gates Foundation, he went right to the motherland as well. With his vaccines of death.
I remember one time these 2 Mormon chicks came to my house.
On the little bikes?
No, they was in the car.
Okay.
I started fucking with them and shit. I was
convert them. Shit.
What y'all doing? Is the thing
Oh, man. Don't hit them with come back. Hey, can y'all come back and teach me about that Timothy verse?
If you fell out there, but this for the young guys.
This that's who listens to it. Look, this is like the new real South Park.
This for the little young guys out there. Them little Mormon chicks come through knocking on the door. Hey, I'm telling you, they ain't no different from any other chick at that age. They young, horny, and
if they like you, they're gonna fuck you.
All you gotta do is have a 2 5-minute conversation with them and see where they head at, and boom, next thing you know,
it's on.
It's game on. You gonna be reading them fucking tablets with that magic underwear on.
And Mormons, though,
they just want to have fun.
But you gotta understand
the bitches was from like Utah all the way in Missouri. Who gonna know if they got dick down? Who's gonna know? You think that goofball she's gonna marry when they done with all that missionary shit?
As long as
he ain't gonna know
as long as she can pull a Mary and get that shit kicked off, I'd be like, hey, the Lord sent me a baby and it's yours. He told me, and this dude's like, all right, and because he's saying I finally get some pussy.
It's gonna be
Joseph
Smith. I think his name's Joseph Smith or some stuff.
Oh no, he found the gold tablets
Yeah.
and them golden hose
He
to
had them.
help fund that
He
shit.
had them magic underwear too, and they was also. I heard that they was bulletproof.
Oh, that's the selling point.
Yeah, I heard they was bulletproof. But I asked these
Back in
one
the old West,
Mormons.
you need that.
I asked these one Mormons when they had came to the house one time. They brought me one of the Mormon Bibles too. That's how I read that the Book of Mormon. And I asked them guys. I was like, "Well, how do I get a pair of them magic underwear? Do I need to make a donation to the church, or what do I need to do? I want some of them. You know what you can do if you got a hold of some of the magic underwear that the Mormons do.
But in all fairness, though, let's break down what you talk about, because what you talk about is straight up real. But you ever heard of a product called Kevlar? The shit that's bulletproof? Yeah. Where do you think that came from?
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You know, you think, oh, the scientists. Where do you think that came from?
And I had a Mormon tell me that those magic underwear was bulletproof. This wasn't some smuck. This guy was in the Mormon church.
Well, just because he's saying it's bulletproof, I mean, you gotta take that with a grain of salt. I mean, does he have a? Look, could you ever foresee a Mormon coming up? Hey, dog, check this out. You know, we're on some whack shit over here, dude.
You think?
But we got these underwear, man.
Right.
I got a whole car of them, man. I gotta drop them off on somebody, man. Could you buy a couple of these britches to give them to your gal?
I've been trying to get some of them Mormons to sell me some of them. Every time I see them Mormons, because you know when they come, they got the black slacks on, white shirt, black tie,
and a backpack.
And backpack.
And I've been thinking, what happens if they become suicide bombers? You know, let one Mormon ever fucking. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this shit. And he straps on that shit and goes walking into town. You heathens, and just blow up. What would happen? Overnight, motherfuckers be scared. Look,
no, they do that shit. They do that type of dumbass shit all the time. You see that every time. They get mad and go shoot up a fucking school. What's the difference?
I tell you one thing. If you go out to Salt Lake City, no, it's not terror. You know the reason why? Because your president, Donald Trump.
Oh, that's just a lone. He's probably a lone wolf.
He took them off the terror watch list. So we accurately cannot call the activities of white nationalists and all that really terrorism, because they're no longer on the terrorist list. But the EFF or Black Panther or any melanated group, yeah, absolutely. They can any fringy or cringy member kill somebody. Oh, that's the whole group, absolutely. But it's not. It's rubbish. Right. But when it's there, it was like you said. He was on his meds. He was a lone wolf.
Right.
There has no tie to the. Come on, man. This is like a TV show.
And then when they go to
with disavowal
on all the motherfucking white supremacist websites.
Oh, God.
Front.
Just eating it up.
All over Reddit. You know, reading the Turner Diaries.
Yes.
You know.
And then the poor man's 007 guy, where they basically, you know, look, we got to understand, man. Is there a war going on, quite literally? If you choose to see it, why do you think when inmates go to jail in California, why do you think it's automatically a racial separation? You can sit here and say, oh, it's the institution. Really? It's the state. They're so weak. They can pick your ass up off the street.
Because the strength in numbers, especially in a enclosed confinement, you need as many fucking people as you can.
Check it out. When that state goes to flip the script, but bam, when everyone gets that chip, because you know it's coming.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know it's coming. The chip is coming. It's a done deal. But when they do that, they're going to be like, say that you're whatever gang, your ex-gang, and the other one's the other gang, and we all know that you guys kill each other like constantly on purpose. You know, they'll put you in the cell with this other motherfucker or two of his partners.
Right, so they can do nasty stuff to you.
No, the chip records it all.
Yeah.
So as they do, these clowns, but then the word goes out gradually, and guess what? People acquiesce to this being bowed down by the chip. Look, they're going to be spraying. Well, that's when cops don't have to have guns. American people, take the chip. You know, inside of there is your financial, your health, and if you want to get a job, no more filling out paperwork. Yeah. You know, you're an owner company, you get a scanner, you're like,
I'm glad you brought that up with all that stuff. And it's also going to work like this too. When you order Pizza Hut, Domino's, or you go to McDonald's and stuff, that chip's going to tell them that your cholesterol, how much you weigh, all this other stuff. He ain't gonna sell that shit to y'all. Man, get your fat ass out of here.
Oh, no. McDowell's still, those are the heavy users, man. You got, that was like tell the crackhead or dope dealer, hey, your biggest crackhead over here, you can't sell to them.
Or they'll have certain stuff on the menu that they can sell.
You know what they'll have? That one service where that little skinny motherfucker, I need a cheeseburger at 445, and you click it, and this motherfucker shows up with a cheeseburger, and you pay that motherfucker. That's how they'll do it. Oh, they already got that shit. Look, that fat motherfucker can get their food, man. They're gonna get their food. Yeah, they'll fucking, the motherfucker be like, hey man, I'm throwing a cheeseburger party. Come over at 7, man.
And there's people that literally eat fucking McDonald's every day. Sometimes if I just drive by, just the smell of McDonald's sometimes just make me want to puke.
Have you ever seen people who are working, that they're working for, they choose to eat McDonald's every day because that's $1 versus, maybe the $4 or $5 they'll bring for home, or the $20 eating at a decent place, like, I don't know, go to a Snooks or Dilberg's and go in there.
And see, that's why, and see, when you say it all ties back to what we said in the beginning, that it's about 7 billion people on Earth.
Right.
We're on the brink of a civilization collapse. Billions of people are going to die.
That's why we believe that. Because scientists have told you that. Listen.
Why
do you think we're working on robots? Why do you think there's so much land out there with nothing on it?
If universal basic income does not work,
why would it not work? Because they'll just drive up debt. There's not enough. Look, I done loaned you this phone. I said, look, I want you to bring me back this phone with 2 more just like it. And you're like, sure. And you pass it off to your son. Huh? I'm dying, you're in the nice house. And then he's like,
people don't
that's how it's going now.
People don't understand if 40% of millennials that owe student loans
default.
If those loans default, that's basically, you know how you got like a door, maybe.
But why would they default?
You got to have money to pay the loan.
But they went to get education to get the money. It's sort of like the old drug.
That's the greatest lie. One of the greatest lies.
Well, break it down for that young motherfucker that don't even know.
All you have to do, quote unquote, is go to school, graduate from high school, go to college, take all this money from us and our homies, and get you a college education, and there will be a good ass job waiting on you at the end. No.
Say it's not so.
Now you in debt. Some anywhere from 30, 40, over 100 grand. I've seen cases up to 200 grand.
If they're doctors.
All to get an education that automation in 10 years
it's going to take. They're already talking about the robotic surgeon. So you don't got to worry about the drunk doctor in ER fucking you up. Yeah. Hold on, I can save this guy. But sir, all he needs is a Band-Aid over his eyes. No, he needs fucking and just cut your ass like a fish because he's drunk. Look, you think doctors don't get fucked up? I not personally. People years ago in California. I really can't tell you this story, actually. Now that I think about it. But I can't go there. On track. Let's go on track.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's survival. Like a lot of y'all have had years and years to prepare for what's coming down the pike. Some of you, did what you had to do. Some of you just like, fuck it, I'm just riding this white supremacy thing right on out. You know what I'm saying?
Ride or die.
Me personally, I want my legacy to continue, so I got to do what I got to do. So, people, seriously, you need to store seeds for food. Store seeds for food.
Hold on, but what type of seeds? How do we know that we're not fucking storing GMO food? I'm asking you these basic questions for the people.
GMO seeds.
Just because it says it on the package, you got to trust it? Come on, these Arabs know the game now. They'll fucking get a printing press.
All I'm saying is you ain't gonna be able to get to. You ain't gonna have them stores and none of this other stuff. You don't understand this. Learn to grow your food or your own food, no matter where you live. You live in an urban setting, learn how to grow that shit. You
But
better learn
I'll
fast.
tell you another thing too. That's all well and good, but you better learn how to process said food as well.
The
See,
whole thing.
that's why it takes more than one person. One person cannot do everything we're
Right, that's
talking
why
about.
it has to be a collective
All right,
group.
there has to be a guy. He's in charge of the grain elevator. I'm going to break it down so that you can understand this in a clear format. No big words, no hyperbole, none of that bullshit. All right,
Because when this shit break down, do you honestly think motherfuckers gonna beat you? We ain't got no fucking allies now. So what makes
There's a couple good allies out there.
What people think that any other group gonna come help black folks? Like people, like we don't have nobody's coming to save us.
Hold on, you got a bunch of people. You got Jesus, you got the aliens, you have the lizard people, you have the United States CIA if they ever became righteous. You got so many people out there willing to save you. But you got to pull your pants up, Bill Cosby style. You see how that saved him. Or you got to go fucking, the other guy. The guy in Dallas, what's his name?
The black dude.
The dude that got
Bottom John or whatever is that John dude.
Bottom John?
I can't say the kid's name.
All right, well, the guy that you go his route. Either way, it's detrimental. See, he had his pants up. All right. He had his place. He was taking care of himself. All right. Pop, 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 pop. Wrong apartment.
Right.
All right. Come on. All right. So the reality is this. That's only one person. But you know what? Right now as we speak, I hate to tell you, I hate to inform y'all, another person has died. Right now as we speak. And this is August 20. What day is it? No, September. Fuck, my bad.
September
14th, 2018, the year of our Lord.
You know it.
Around about 3 o'clock Central Time.
The Lord is speaking because tonight, hundreds of heroin addicts will OD and die. And the Narcan shots will not help them.
Let me shine the light of hope, folks. At least 25 people will be conceived today. 25 people, and that's beautiful. 25 fresh from zero. No indoctrination, because we all should be able to agree as civilized human beings. A baby
don't know shit
is
when they come out of that womb. When that fetus come out of that pussy, that's a baby. That baby don't know shit. So the only reason why
he's off the board,
right?
Or she's off the board. They're not to be attacked or victimized or none of that. And that's why
they can't do that.
But see, look at nobody showed our babies that type of respect. Alligator bait, for real. Just use it for fertilizer.
They don't show our babies. They don't show nobody babies. No respect.
Yeah.
Why should they show the babies some respect when half the people that have babies don't show the babies no fucking respect?
Because there was
doing drugs while they fucking pregnant.
Because they were in a situation where they were eating fucking garbage while they were pregnant, while they were living in a hut while they were pregnant, while they were fucking being fucking forced to work in fucking fields of labor while they were pregnant. Yeah, all that shit adds up. Let's not subtract that from the fucking overall equation either. And then once we start adding all the variables, you start saying, oh my God, this is a real mind fuck. You got people with opportunity, brilliance. They did all this one at a time. Everyone, every once in a while, a motherfucker's so bad, you're like, my God, you're willing to share this with us? Fuck yeah, bring him into the phone. But on a real, any other motherfuckers exhibiting that, hey, you don't want to share, you actually want to profit off of that, homie? You actually want to make money so you can get some sort of kingdom cracking? Hell no. And that motherfucker's assassinated. Straight up. So we got to put these things in perspective, especially when we're talking about black folks, melanated people, the Kemites, the Agunians of North and South America. If we want to always beat down and go the Bill Cosby route, remember, y'all, the motherfucking example's already been placed out in reality.
And he should get the scarlet letter, branded style over that hot fucking iron.
Why? Because he actually, you believe Bill Cosby really raped these chicks and
No, I don't believe. I don't. No, as a black man, fuck no. I don't think it went down like that. No, them bitches were willing and ready, and they probably knew he had that shit. Did he maybe take advantage of some people? I don't know. Maybe he did. And I know I've said some shit about Bill Cosby, but I ain't even mad at Bill Cosby over there because I know how that shit is. Bill Cosby chose to be a tool to white supremacy and hurt black men instead of helping them. If Bill Cosby would have invested some of his money,
Explain what you just said. How was he a tool to white supremacy? I don't know you. I never heard this show before.
Bill Cosby did not. He didn't invest in black men. He went around trashing black men. And that's the reason why Bill Cosby is tarnished the way he are today. Because if he would have invested in black men, if Bill Cosby would have invested his money into bringing black men up, he would never be under. He would be chilling at home right now as I speak, doing whatever the fuck he always did.
Now, what if you found out that Bill Cosby did?
Bill Cosby did not do that,
like maybe
and that's why he's in that reason right now. Bill Cosby should have got some went into these destructive ass neighborhoods and grabbed them black boys out of there that had potential, so they wouldn't be in those
make it like the Cosby Club.
But he chose not to do that because Bill Cosby knew it's some smart black brothers that's in these living in these horrible conditions under these single ass women that don't give a fuck about her black sons, because if she did, she'll be down there every fucking day at the Board of Education demanding that they have hold these teachers accountable, demanding they put the money back in. If they don't do that shit, all they do is talk about how bad they daddy is, or they daddy ain't doing shit, but she fucked them.
Hey, that right there gave me the inspiration to announce this. Right now, at this particular moment in time, on this particular
and this ain't even black women just ain't doing this too. No. White women doing this shit too.
I am starting the Dom's Club, the Other Morning Show Club. It is for you just write in, your story. We're gonna do a special segment, and we're gonna get your thoughts, as long as they're real thoughts. Now, if you're some crazy fuck, just pass us on. You already know. But if you for real, and you want your words, and you're not scared of the publicity, don't be scared of the publicity, because you will get noticed being on this show. All right? Hopefully. No, there's been reports already. I'll holler at you about that later. But we're going to get these, and it's for young men, just men. Sorry, gals. We'll get something for you guys rocking as well. But this is critical as a society. We energize our young men to fight for a purpose, fight for a cause. Look, you just going to get out of bed talking about, I'm going to die for something. And it's just a humbug. There takes years of grooming to get that honor and dignity about you, which we lost as a society.
See, a reason why a lot of this shit and the way a lot of black men are, and I ain't trying to knock on black men, because I love the brothers and I know the bullshit.
That you gotta go through every day.
Yes, because I've went through some shit. I've seen my brother go through some shit. Just black men in general. But like, if you look at the reason why, like, you have like a lot of these younger black males now, the way they are right now. These are babies coming from the crack era. No dad in the home.
Hold on, but they're from the crack era. They're like 20-something now by now. I'm talking about the ones who are like from like, say, 9 years old in the hardest fucking city right now.
We gotta get
all the way up to about 32.
Right.
That swash of people. If you're 32, I still think you're young. You're definitely a commander of the even younger guys.
If you was born from 1983 up to now, that's who I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
The reason you have people like fucking Lil Yachty and all these, and I'm using this as a reference because I'm speaking to these younger black men.
I don't even know who he is.
Some dude, I just look crazy. But anyway, that's the reason you have people like that, because there were no men in the home.
And what is his gag? What is his stage thing?
He's some little rapper, I guess. I don't know. I don't follow that shit, but I be seeing him here and there on little stuff.
I mean, does he try to be political about his shit at all? He's just all
just
about
how,
the money.
Just how.
Well,
just,
that's what.
No, I'm not talking. It's just he's like I'm just saying. Even and I'll throw in the people like Lil Wayne and all this shit. Them dudes, that is not what a black man or young black male supposed to
strive to be.
Like. No, that shit has been poisoning our community for too long. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want black people to be able to live on. Like, I want the next generation. I
think, honestly, what we really collectively went through slavery. I mean,
it's real deal.
I don't think that you can kill us all. Straight up.
They gonna damn near try.
They're gonna try. But it's going to be a little harder fucking deal than the little Jews in Germany. It's going to be because we don't have the religious infrastructure they have. You know, Pastor Pork. Now you boys just be quiet now and get on the train.
I always like.
It ain't going to go down.
It be mind-boggling, you know. Like, why I don't never really see a lot of and I noticed this like with black women, and I'm not trying to dog on black women, but it's like, why don't y'all fight for y'all sons?
What do you mean? Why did they not fight?
Like like you
remember that movie?
You will see like
how that chick was all about herself.
You will see like the black mom at the football practice, any sports thing going on, because she looking at her black son as a fucking meal ticket. But what about the black women that don't have an athlete son, but he's smart?
So you don't think? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but you don't think if he's not like that, that's not a reminder.
If you look at the school
how weak the daddy was.
If you look at the school statistics right now, young black boys are at the bottom of everything. Everything.
What do you mean? Break that down.
So it's educational in math, reading, science, you name it. They're at the fucking bottom.
And why do you think that? Why do you think that is?
For one, lack of pushback from the parents. Lack of pushback from the parents. You think that shit will go on in the fucking do you think if white males was at the bottom of reading, math, and all that stuff in the schools, you think white women wouldn't be up there throwing a fit? Do you think Asian women wouldn't be up there throwing a fit?
Of course. I mean,
so why
or Hispanic but there are some black women out there are throwing a fit. You just don't hear about them in the media.
The majority of our black males are in the homes with their mom by themselves. There is no dad in the home. There is no dad in the home. This dysfunction as black people has.
Okay, but it's great.
It's
like you're taking a laser and you're hitting one spot on the target.
No, I'm not saying dudes don't do shit.
No. But there's a bigger epicenter, or the bigger event horizon. It's because of the economical collective condition we're on, whether you want to accept that or not. There is a true economic,
I know,
like black hole or mire.
It's always been like this.
But no one's going to talk about it because
this is what they do. We're going to put your women in a financial, in a greater financial position than you, and
require that you not be in the picture.
And yes,
and require. Hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. That's right there in the discussion. So now you know where to direct the real target to that laser. Right, it's the government policy.
But why have women, especially black women, they are aware of what's going on?
Because the reality is they're trying to live.
I'm just
trying to live. That's a valid question. I'm telling you, they just trying to live. Just like everybody else in this motherfucker, just trying to live.
But it's also getting a lot of black men killed.
Well, a lot of them are getting themselves killed by straight up, messing around with Ray and them. By straight up, hey, let me do this, let me do that.
No, because I don't even think, because if to be honest, and I can't speak for nobody, I can't speak for myself. I know if Even if I was some thug dude selling dope and doing all this blase or some big time keeping, I still want my son to get an education. I want him to be in the best school.
Okay. Well, that's only if you have those type values. If you're trying to do that lifestyle, I guarantee you cannot have those values.
How can you not live that lifestyle and have those values?
Okay. You need to get up. You know, someone calls you.
If I was the biggest dope dealer, thug, whatever you want to call it, if I had any offspring, their schooling and education and stuff, that stuff will always be a priority. I can't speak for nobody else. No matter what I'm doing, my offspring and their future is always going to be placed higher than mine. So if they fuck it up in school, I'll make sure they ain't in none of these crazy ass schools in the first place.
Because then they get exposed to what? Crazy ass gangs. And why do you think gangs become so prevalent? What you just talking about? Little brother don't have nobody in his corner. Nobody. No one holler, hey man, can I get a couple of dollars? None of that. And then check it out. Hey little homie, you roll with us. We family. And you see these motherfuckers getting down in the schoolyard. You know, I guarantee you, like he's talking about black boys are low in English and they're low in math. But I bet you they're number one in fighting. But this is still number one in fighting.
Oh yeah, crime, yeah.
But no, don't throw in crime. I'm just talking about standing up for themselves against bullshit.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to say
because crime is all about geo-economic situations that once again no one ever brings into the conversation because once they do, it's over in a snap.
All I want to say is I'm not.
The problem. Hold on, let's recap this shit.
Men I know black men do some fucked up shit, but black men get shitted on all day, every day. So I'm not even finna go there.
No, I just want to say I want to recap what we talk about as far as the black families are concerned, or poor families in general in the American culture. It required the male not be in the household.
So that means when a black male makes a son with a black female, they take the daddy out of the home and let the son be raised by a female. So then next thing you know, over time or periods of time, you have these feminine ass black men, and that puts us in a vulnerable situation.
No more. Hold
that's on. That's why Asian guys. That's why Asian guys can smack up black women and there's no repercussion, but they sit there and
the reason why because the chick's single. The reason why because the chick's single. There ain't nobody out there to protect her.
No, it's no punishment when they use reckless behavior.
Because there was, and recently, and
there's no consequences.
There was a brother that stood up to the little crazy guy messing with the white supremacists, messing with the pregnant woman down there trying to get in that car down in Florida.
Because I'm not trying to.
He stood up. He's like, nah. He pulled out his pistol and everything. All right, now check this out. The chick that you talking about getting smacked up by the Asian dude, for one, you gotta understand, if there ain't nobody protecting this broad, that means there ain't nobody. That means she probably never had a dad. It wasn't just the boys that didn't have daddies. It was girls as well.
Right.
All right. So she never had nobody.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This stuff is all generational.
But you gotta understand, those of us who are taking care of our own, we don't have time. At the end of the day, when you just got out that motherfucking shift over here and you try to get home, get a couple of groceries and make some shit and hang out and chill with your people, and you see this track bitch out here doing her shit, you gotta let her go out and do her shit. I don't care what this bitch looks like. I don't care what race she is.
I'm speaking on the survival purposes.
Most brothers ain't on that because they on that self-survival. Because we're underneath this.
I get it. I am
economic storm.
I am too. And,
you know, there's a hurricane going on right now.
And I don't blame brothers for doing it. I don't blame them at all. Hey.
No. I do blame what you try to say, but I'm not saying that we should not. As men, when you see a woman, you should always protect her. I don't care what race she is. You see a woman, you see a child, you should always protect. You should always protect. I'm not saying no. I'm not trying to get off those scapegoat. Hope you didn't misunderstand me. I wasn't trying to get off those like a brother shouldn't help a female. No, you see that. Okay, you see an old lady coming, say out of a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby, or a little craft store.
I got something to go. It was a video I seen. It was a woman. It was a black woman.
Oh,
And
that's
it was a black woman in a Walmart parking lot. She was teaching her kid how to drive, and some crazy ass white dude.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The black
and
dude.
then the black dude came up there, and showed him he had a gun. White dude still swung on.
No. Before that happened, white dude yelling, "No, he got the gun!" And the other white dude yelling, "So what? It's legal.
It's Florida."
And he just kept on walking.
Yeah.
You know, hey, look, folks, look, you gotta understand. All right, we are in this together. At the end of the day, if we don't come up, and what I'm talking about is the total and complete dismantle of systematic white supremacy. Now, I'm not talking about the little bigot on the street. You can never stop that guy that truly hates you in his heart, not to stop hating you in his heart. And I say,
and they don't know what to do right now. That whole community is so.
But I'm telling you straight up,
covering that shit up.
So many of them are dying of heroin. So many of them are dying of AIDS. So many are dying of hepatitis C linked to the opioids. So many more are waking up. Let's say we're not going down this path, and they're getting scared as hell. And you know what? I'm going to take out Uncle Earl's drone here. I'm going to strap on a fucking stick of dynamite like the Dukes of Hazzards, and they're going to fly it over someone's house and blow that motherfucker up. That should probably be the next little fucking shit they come up with, because it's only logical at the tempo that this fucking song has been moving on. And it's time for us to turn off the music. Cut the shit down. Because, you know what? The reality is this.
Lights out's coming, man.
The reality is this. Whether it's a supernatural interjection, or whether someone who really has power and they're totally batshit crazy finally says, you know what, kids, party's over. Like Dimax said, lights are coming out. Alright? After lights are out, if you listen to us, you will still have a bug out bag at the bare minimum. You'll have some basic understanding and means to escape either the urban or the suburban or the rural area you may find yourself to a safer location. And if you join the Doms Club, you will link up with others in your region, and you guys can prepare a regional safe space for other club members. All right? That's what Dom is all about. And it was just started like, 20 minutes ago. I've been sitting over calculating how we're going to organize this shit because I love organization. Command structure is key to any true, actually real-time implementation of anything. And if I was to build a house, I would need people to build it with me. And I would need to organize them in such a way we can do this and we can construct this thing where everyone doesn't get hurt, everyone goes home to their family, and everyone enjoys the fruit of our labor. So this is what Dom Club is going to be all about. Totally self-sufficient in case of biological, nuclear, EMP, or social unrest, economic collapse. Men, women, and children swore a bond for the uplifting of all humanity in perpetuity. That is what Dom represents.
I just want black women and black men to, just squash, whatever's going on, or I don't really know what's going on, but we need to find a way to unify the black man and the black woman so we can it can keep on being more black people. I just wish that it could be more black families with the mom and the dad in the home.
And the mom making cookies. Well,
no, not even doing that. Just
because don't forget the milkman's still lurking.
Everybody is different.
But they call him the Swan Man.
But I just want the black community to have more two-parent homes.
Of course, I mean, listen.
I just want little black boys and little black girls. And of course all kids across the thing. But I'm just looking at what's going on with the people that look like me, because that's what they're doing. And that's why. And the only way we can help each other, you got to be able to secure your own first. Because at this point right now, that's what it's about. And I just wish more people understand that.
They understand it, but you gotta understand that they understand. But when it comes right down to it, when the hammer comes down, all that ain't gonna matter.
You know, look like
it's gonna matter who's loyal, and the more diverse your group is, the more probability, no matter who's in ultimate control, your group will fucking rise up to the top. I'm talking about, picture this scenario. You're a part of a group. Think about this. And I want to bring this to reality, not any type of hypothetical. You're a Jewish guy. Unfortunately, you're one of the poor Jewish guys. It's not your ass would have been gone in the 20s. But you're still there in the 30s. But you're cool with some Germans. Actual Germans. You're so cool with them that you're like their brother. They actually hide your ass for years. And then after Holocaust, you come out, get paid, do what you got to do. And that happened quite a bit.
Well, I bet. And another thing is, too, I just, like with the opioids and stuff. It's
that's just a temporary
no, I'm just saying,
they ain't going to wipe out.
I'm just saying, like, white people know who's bringing this shit in. Other white people.
Of course.
And it's like,
but
that should tell you.
Hold on, that's just a liberal narrative. The alt-right narrative is all that is being manufactured by the Chinese. It's going to Mexico and it's coming up with brown people, illegal
giving it to some white guy.
Yeah, that's what their narrative is. So we got to play. You know, I want to play both sides.
Either way it go, it kills white people.
Yeah. Yes. You know the reason why? Because most black folks don't have the luxury to be puking anywhere. Because your ass had better be making that rent money, or else you will be.
And another thing is too, it's like they're literally, and I don't mean to laugh, but they're literally killing their own people to make a buck. That's it. If you are white and you don't recognize what the fuck's going on, you've been conned.
So what happens when you get?
You've been conned.
So what happens when you get these white supremacists or white nationalists that goes around brutalizing and killing other whites for selling opioids to other white people? Don't you see how that opens up the whole Pandora's box on the white on white crime?
It's always been white on white crime. It's been white on white crime since the beginning of white people. Fuck you mean? Shit. That's all they do is fuck.
But would you really want to see those groups be given the credit for cleaning up their opioid problem?
They ain't gonna clean that shit up because at the end of the day,
the
white dudes at the top like, fuck that. And if they do clean them up, shit, a lot of them still gonna die because they gonna have the money because they own all the pharmaceutical companies. You still have to say, you get our opioids, now you gonna get our cure. They doing this shit to their own people.
But you know what? The sad thing about it is that, you know,
Colin Kaepernick is
a traitor because he refuses to fucking respect a flag that has zero respect for him and his people.
And they still don't get it. Like these, like rich white men is literally putting this shit in their uncle's community, in their cousins, they all they people's killing their kids.
But you know the sad thing about it,
making shitload of fucking money, and they can stop at any moment. They can stop at any moment. They got all the fucking power.
They can't.
No, let's not play dumb.
No, let's
not play dumb.
Because of the economy. No, because of that very thing that gives them the power, the money. All right, if you stop it, then you stop making money, because at the end of the day, you're still just a dope dealer, and reasonably, or sophisticated white folks who know who you are, they ain't gonna fuck with you. As long as you're making that paper, right. You can go up in the fucking shit. My skin's white like yours. But as soon as you stop making that money, you fucking get the fuck out. You're not even pedigree. That's what it's about. And that's why it's so dangerous, is because some of the true white supremacists, the only true, are the rich and powerful.
Right. The rest of them just retarded and goon.
If they decided to put a green light out on all of their dope dealing brethren, that would not be cool, because for one, I hate to see humans lose. Whether they're hate filled or not, in the end, it will make sense, people. You guys aren't even at where I'm at.
Like,
You
I don't
guys are still
understand,
way
like,
back when we had the luxury of saying you're not a human, you're not a human, you're not a human. But when we really come in contact with some real non-fucking humans, oh, you're gonna be like, motherfucker, oh shit, you're human enough for me. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. That's why I'm all about all of humanity. These little fucking pedigree ideals and all that, that's only for dogs and dog show boys and girls. But there will come a time where men, women, and children will be expected to die for the greater cause of humanity as a whole. And it's going to take all of us boys and girls. And we better get this mindset in now before it comes. And it's too late. It's coming.
Because either way it go in my eyes, either we ban. I would rather go out fighting and die than just dying. Because either way it go, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. So I'd rather go out fighting.
You better. But if not, then you know what? Live as a coward, but write a book, a grand book about yourself, and make up lies and distortion. Because it's no different than the bullshit they're feeding our kids in history class today.
Yep. You know.
At least you'll have the fucking benefit of no one reading it, because there won't be no one left.
Yep. They always say George Washington was a good old black. He won.
George Washington was a pimp and a half.
Right.
George Washington was one of the poorest men until he married the richest man in Virginia. He married her wife.
The only reason why he even had money to pay the Continental Army was generated from his slaves. That's how he paid the army.
You don't understand. He did not get all that until he married the richest man.
Oh, he married into some people.
He was living out in the woods losing teeth, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
all right.
I mean, I can't knock the hustle. I can't knock that hustle.
He came up.
You know, you got to get how you live.
And he lived like he wanted to. He didn't get glorified in the rotundum. Hold on 1 second. See, this is what I like about the audio gig.
Because you can just pause that son of a bitch.
Yeah, hold on.
You know,
come on. Hold on. Let me.